What's good, everybody? It's your boy spacecitysteve. Look, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here so you don't miss out on any 7th Hour productions. Hit that subscribe button right here. And remember, it ain't but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th Hour, baby. Let's go. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour live in 3D, is a 2026 concert film co-directed by Billie Eilish and James Cameron. It captures highlights from her sold-out world tour in immersive 3D and hits theaters in early May 2026, offering fans an innovative big screen experience of her performances. So Billie Eilish came up with her movie, and I think it was awesome, dude. Like, the collaboration with James Cameron, for those of you guys that don't know who he is, and I feel like it's important to provide context because I don't really think Billie Eilish fans fully know who James Cameron is. Well, he directed Avatar. He's a big movie director, pretty much. And I feel like in today and age, that's almost less important than it was back then. But dude, having the big name director for obviously folks that care about the production side of movies is huge. I mean, he's a huge name. It's a big old thing. But whenever you have a super huge famous name and director like that, a lot of times what they'll do is kind of like sell their name literally to be put on the production. Hey, directed by James Cameron, just to get more people in because he's a big known guy. Which is funny because I think that times have changed where I don't know that it has the same effect. I think people are when you see Billie Eilish and James Cameron, a lot more people are seeing Billie Eilish. Anyways, I think that it's possible a lot of times for those things to be kind of fluky just to kind of get more butts and seats. But immediately upon watching this movie, you can see the James Cameron effect in full display. I mean, the shots were they were wonderful. I mean, it was crispy clear. Like, I was blown away on how good it looked. Like, the 3D made the isolation effect, because like when I get near, you see how the background gets blurry? Yeah, well, that is a feature that people that do productions really, really want. And it's not super hard to achieve. But the point is that this looks juicy and crispy. It gives you the impression of quality. And that is a thing that's known across movies, YouTube videos, any level. As soon as you start to get into production, you'll learn that pretty quick. Well, adding 3D to this, because this is already isolated. It's almost like I'm not 3D, but it's like I'm very isolated, obviously. But you add 3D to this, and it added a dimension of quality that was like, ooh, it was nice to look at, dude. It was wonderful. The shots were great, and the angles were different, and like they were moving shots, and it looked so cool because, you know, your boy, we was able to see the concert 2 times. Me and baby we flew to LA, and we drove to Austin. And so we saw the concert twice. In LA, we were in GA, so we were floor seats up and close. You know what I'm saying? We got to dap up Billie Eilish. And then when we saw it in Austin, we were actually like in I guess you can call them nosebleeds, although they were great seats. And we were there intentionally because we wanted to get better audio. We wanted to hear the show better. Well, you get the best of both worlds, but it gives even a different angle. It looked different. It looked brand new, which is crazy because when we saw it twice from far to see the whole production from close, but it was so nice to see. What I will say about the movie also is that we were just talking about Michael Jackson and This Is It. And in the This Is It documentary for Michael Jackson, it's a lot. It's primarily the behind the scenes. Like, it's the rehearsals. It was footage that was put together from his rehearsals. And so you're getting a lot of him talking to the band and him perfecting his craft and being frustrated with this and something messing up and, okay, let's do this instead. And it's a lot of that. And then you get a cool montage of sometimes a full song, sometimes, a good portion of it, half or whatever. But it's primarily the behind the scenes. Well, Billie Eilish's movie is the opposite. By far, like dramatically the opposite. It's pretty much a concert film, which it says it. So there's no deception in that. But I was just under the impression, I thought Justin Bieber's movie, which one was it? Never Say Never. And then I think This Is It. Those are really the only 2 that I've ever seen. Concert movies, behind the scene movies or whatever. And so I thought that was what this was, but no, there's a small amount of behind the scenes, but not too much. Again, it's not falsely advertised. It kind of says it, like the concert in 3D, but I want more behind the scenes, dude. That's the stuff that I want to see. Like, I want to see, you know, Billie's version of that, what I was seeing with Michael, you know what I mean? Like the just whatever, like, it's not even like your thoughts on something, but see it happen. Like, I want to see her rehearsing and being, no, we need this and we need that. And you see pieces of it. Like, there are some small little montages of her directing the thing, telling James Cameron, like, hey, we're going to want another shot coming from here, so we might need to do this and have that person there. And yeah, hey, well, it's your vision, Billie, and we'll make it happen. And whatever, like, you see that little clip, but it's really just that. For what it is, it's great. If you didn't get to see the concert, and that's what I was telling, me and Farney were talking about it. It's like, if you didn't get to see the concert, then it's fantastic, because there you go, you're gonna see it. But I need another movie to come out and it be the actual behind the scenes. That's what I want to see, and I think that's what a lot of fans want to see. Also, there were some folks in there talking about, like, their testimonials of what Billie's done for them in their life. And look, you know, me and my girl, we're Billie Eilish fans for sure, and we love the songs, and they're freaking awesome, and you feel lit as hell. But that's what it does for me. It makes me feel lit. It makes me feel dope and cool, whatever. But I mean, you got folks in their their testimonies, but I'm calling them testimonies, because and how Billie healed me and saved me, and whoa. So look, hey, you know what? I don't think I've had that type of connection to a musical artist, but I don't doubt that's your experience. That just seemed like a little much, you know what I'm saying? But hey, another thing that I think about the Billie Eilish movie, Billie Eilish needs herself a Kenny Ortega type of person. We were talking about how Michael Jackson in the This Is It documentary has Kenny Ortega producing the show, meaning his responsibility is to understand Michael's creative language, how he expresses himself, and what he means when he says, I need a little bit more ass on that beat. What does that mean? Well, you hire a Kenny Ortega to understand that and to translate that in technical terms to the bass player or to the whoever. Hey, drop the string, whatever, you know what I mean? Because a creative person's going to be, man, I need more sizzle. I need dazzle. I need this thing to feel blue. What does that mean? And I want the color to be green, but it's to feel blue. That's how creative folks talk about. That's how they talk. And so you see in the This Is It documentary, Kenny Ortega do that wonderfully for Michael Jackson. And I really felt that Billie Eilish could benefit from that type of person, because when I saw that clip, that's what really did it for me. Where she was telling James Cameron, she was doing the technical directing of, we need a shot here, and then we're gonna need the camera to twirl over there and whatever. And then James Cameron was more like the camera operator, like, okay, cool, we're gonna do that for you. Where it felt like, no, James Cameron was supposed to be the one saying that to the camera operator. Meanwhile, he's trying to understand Billie while she's saying something more dazzling and stuff. So let me kind of like package my thoughts. Yeah, it just felt like there was a disconnect between Cameron and Billie. I don't know, like, they were just nice shots of the concert, but then again, it's a concert film. So if it's a concert film, it was cool. I just feel like there was more. We could have gotten a little bit more. There could have been more there. And for Billie and her production and her show, she talks about how she likes the solo, like not having much on the stage, and just the empowerment of seeing how she used to see rappers be just solo on the stage and the crowd goes wild. You know what I mean? And how she has said, I've never seen a woman do that. And I think that's beautiful. That's powerful. That's good. And so I don't necessarily need her to have dancers and all kinds of stuff on stage. But for example, think about this. Think about what Kanye West does. He's the same thing. He's just one person on there, but it's different. I mean, if you look at his tours, bro's on top of the earth and it's projecting different this and that. And you look at Kanye West's production and show, it's different than but he's also just a solo person hyping up the crowd, and he does that. So I think it's possible for Billie to have what she wants, but it looks different than what it looks like now. And I think there's a huge opportunity, a ginormous opportunity, but she just needs to find her Kenny Ortega that can understand that vision and connect with her and make it happen, because I do think that there's an opportunity. That's what, like, the biggest thing that I was left with was that it was awesome to see the concert again. That was cool. There was a moment that I said, like, oh, okay, this is just gonna be the concert again. It says that I want to say that I understand that. I just like, man, I want to see more behind the scenes. And then adding to that, as far as her tour and her production, man, let's hook her up with a creative mind and take it to the next level. Also, I want to say this. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Dude, Phineas and Billie need to stop playing around and just do music together and be happy. Like I think that would, like, everyone wants that to happen. We all want to see that happen. Just be lit and be together. I saw Phineas on Benny Blanco's podcast, and he was talking about how growing up, he's always had like separation anxiety. And I'm thinking, so this must be eating him alive. The fact that he's not doing the concerts with Billie, like, that must be like totally like terrorizing him. Like, you gotta feel attached if you guys done what you guys are doing together, and then all of a sudden now it almost feels like him doing this is like they're human just like us. It feels like a character development type of, like, I'm gonna intentionally go this way because he wants this more like self-discover, and like, no, like, I need to be able to be me. No, bro, like, I feel like, look, just no, man, you guys got to be together. Like, or do you? For sure. I'm so down for Phineas to continue discovering himself and his artistry, but that doesn't mean you don't tour with Billie, bro. Like, the squad being there, when they're together, it's just the littest thing. Like, we just need Billie and Phineas, just them two on the stage, and just, I don't know. But yeah, dude, it's like they love touring together, but they're not. And I get it. They want to just live their own lives, but it's like, what's so bad about like doing that together though? I don't know. But the Billie Eilish movie was awesome. The Cameron effect, more behind the scenes. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on what I think about that. I'm gonna get Baby on the podcast, and there's a bit more that I want to say about Sir James Cameron and my thoughts about everything, but we'll get to that. We're gonna save that. This is a deeper theory and conspiracy that me and Baby have about the Billie Eilish movie and stuff. So we'll see if we get into that in another episode. I'll probably have her on the next episode. But yeah, we're most likely gonna bring that up. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I believe that art lives within every soul, within you, and it's not just what you create, it's who you are. SEVENTHAURA exists to affirm that truth, to remind you and the world to embrace your inner creativity and to pursue your one wild and precious life. Every piece we make is an invitation that becomes a declaration of one simple truth. You are art. Head to SEVENTHAURA.com and explore the collection today, because you are the art that the world needs.